Yo. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We'd like you to take this time out and welcome each and every one to Facebook Live, to Fingertip Production Studios. How about that? Tonight we're gonna do things a little different. You know what I mean? Just a little different. You know what I mean? Showing the side of Fingertip Productions. You know what I mean? We call ourselves Fingertip Productions because everything you do with your mind drives down through your body to the tips of your fingers to create. But with that, we got to give a disclosure. The views and opinions you will have don't affect or shouldn't affect any other organization such as emusicnote.com, such as Misfit Lane, or any other affiliated groups within Fingertip Productions cast. Right about now, we're going to get to the music and things and welcome you again. So here we go. A little something from Platinum, y'all. Mr. Sammy, Sonny, Taz. They call it, you know it, you know. We do. I know it. She do it. I blow it. I know it. She know it. He know it. Yeah. I know it. She do it. I blow it. I know it. She know it. He got it. I'm black. She black. He like I stay. I'm blessed. You match. She has it. She got it. One static. I'm passing. Designer. Jackie. Brother. Fashion. Cuddy. Glasses. Gucci. Magic. Stupid. Glasses. You are happy. Shoes. Challenge. I'm a rap. Matter. Happy. Yeah, you better know. I know it. She do it. I blow it. I know it. She know it. He know it. Yeah. I know it. Wow, what was that? Woo, that sounded like a corrupted file, didn't it? Sorry about that. We're gonna go to something else anyway, but here's the question I got for y'all. Earlier we were having a discussion, right? Matter of fact, I'm sorry, y'all. The panel out here today, Mr. Taz.
You feel me? Oh,
There
Taz
you go.
in the building.
You can raise it.
Turn me up a little bit.
You can raise it.
Can you turn me up a little bit on the mic? There you go.
There you go.
Tazzy is in the building. Show coming next Friday. Everybody stay tuned on that. You know what I'm saying?
What? Say it again, Tazzy.
Show September 11th. Next Friday, 9 to 11. Push up. We in Decatur. Chit Chat Lounge with it. Y'all holla at the boy. 10-minute set. Shit gonna be a movie.
Yeah. Do that.
You dig?
Miss Ariel, how you doing this evening?
I'm well, thank you for asking.
Well, you know, sometimes you know, there's a little gray. We go to get things started and everything, even though we're a little late. You know what I mean? The usual. You know, just we slip too.
Yeah.
Pimps fall down. Don't get it twisted. Also, my daughter over there from LA. What's going on, T?
Hey, what's happening? Hey, y'all. How you doing? Good evening, good morning, good night, depending on where you are. How you doing?
Yes, definitely. I'm gonna get right to it, right? How many of y'all registered to vote?
I'm registered to vote.
I'm gonna tell you, I got
I'm
a.
Never
registered to
voted.
vote. What? Never?
Ooh, never?
Ever? Never? No?
Wow.
I'm registered to vote. I am.
I don't know.
I should switch around from state to state, but I'm registered.
The reason why I asked that, y'all, is for those of you who are out there that's tuning in to us, and man, again, welcome also. If you're not registered, go out there and get registered. You got to realize one thing. If you don't go out there and register yourself to vote, you don't count. And if you don't count, we need everybody's vote. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I can't see having a clown in office like that. He hates everybody. He's aggressive with men. I can't see having somebody like that to represent how I feel for my country. I can't see that. So if you don't vote, you don't count. So please get registered. I can give you a link. It'll take you to Steve Harvey's link, vote.org. That's vote.org. If you haven't registered, go out there and make your stand, man. Keep in mind, it's your pockets. They're trying to reinvent the country right now. It's only going to be two kinds of people, rich and poor. Where you want to be, huh? That's all I'm going to say about that. Once again, we try to give you as much information along what we do here at Fingertip Productions. Our game hasn't changed, and it will never change. We bring in the brightest, newest artists in our counties, surrounding areas, give you a little insightful news, a little something to make you think, you know. Sometimes we got to be woke up, and this is one of those times, you know what I'm saying? The government is always going to switch up on us. Question is, what are we going to do? Switch, y'all. Be right back in a minute.
You done switched up on me. Said you was gonna fuck with me. Tryna flex what's the block for me. You said no matter what. And you know it took my heart from me. We went broke together. Slept in a car together. Doing that dirt together. You done switched up on me. Said you was gonna fuck with me. Tryna flex what's the block for me. You said no matter what. And you know it took my heart from me. We went broke together. Slept in a car together. Doing that dirt together.
I'm better than we was robbing. I say Batman or Robin. So I have to hope you got it. Either way, I'm a name and I profit. Remember them days in the project. I say all these getting narcotics. They really care about this damn rapping. I don't care about the next one who popping. Trying to figure out who the hell shopping. This shit won't catch in the pocket. The way I niggas do is flex. I didn't say, but y'all boy need to stop it. Cause niggas y'all sounding real foolish. But I'm not talking all that bullshit. Really little boy, you sounding stupid. Like who the fuck you think you fooling? I'm not trying to get packs, then lose it. I'm not trying to get packs, then move it. Talking about the pockets and get booted. Ain't nothing about that sounding ruthless. That you focus on figures. I'm not worried about none of you niggas. I'm not sending y'all not no right hitters. I just do anything just for these bitches. That ain't the reason I'm up in the taking. Boy, please for the truth. Boy, how you living? I remember the king. I ain't no chop out sketch. Put your ass on my breast. Don't care how you feel it. Don't feel me. Better play with your children. Take care of your fam. Cause you not no menace. I'm not your dad. I'm paying attention. You heard what I said. So please pay attention.
Yes. Produced by Taz.
This by me.
That's Taz.
No, the verse is me.
Versus you. Oh, okay. Producing my brother.
You
From
done
right here in the
switched
studio,
up on me.
y'all.
Said you was gonna fuck with me. Tryna flex what's the block for me. You said no matter what. And you know it took my heart from me. We went broke together. Slept in a car together. Doing that dirt together. You done switched up on me. Said you was gonna fuck with me. Tryna flex what's the block for me. You said no matter what. And you know it took my heart from me. We went broke together. Slept in a car together. Doing that dirt together.
I can't let nobody blame me. I'm on it and feel like a safety. I'm leaving again just like KD. Doesn't matter, you can't get it, you lazy. That's why would you betray me? I cannot blame you, I'ma blame me. I should've went with a plan B. You really gotta understand me. Pull the holes in the wall. Yeah, I'm really for the garden. And all this pain made me harder. And all my lessons made me smarter. That's what you niggas started. What is mine, give a fuck if you bought it. When it broke me, a nigga was nauseous. I broke with precision and caution. Look at that, and I feel like a dolphin. I'm floating New Orleans. I don't even want it. Cause the niggas, they be all prominent. Yeah, I gotta get it if a nigga get it on my own. I was on a block late night with no phone. Yeah, I should've listened, mama, I'm sorry, I know. I had them back in my clothes and go and hit the road. Wish a nigga knew damn what a nigga know. Yeah, I had to be safe about this shit and go and get the dough.
Yes, you better know what you know now, because I'm going to tell you something. 4 more years of this, boy. Ain't no telling where we going to be. Once again, that's out of the camp at Fingertip Production Studios. We going to take it to the question of the day. And this, as we go back to school and everything, back to work and back to our normal schedules, right? Tell me what you've seen different here in just Cherokee County.
I've been seeing a lot of people wearing these plastic, like these little, you know, like the
Ski mask, yeah,
no,
the
not
whole
ski
face
mask, no,
joint.
like the fucking,
The whole face joint.
you know how Mercers eat.
Ah!
I'm seeing a whole lot of that shit going on.
And you know what?
And people getting real cautious, like
Real cautious.
niggas is like
Real cautious. And you know what? That's
like
something.
guarding their kids, like the whole nine.
When I first got, well, you got to realize they just had that big arrest too. All those people with all those kids that they found.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I would be cautious too. I mean,
Yeah, they don't want being cautious.
I saw a video. Did anybody else see this video? It was a video on where this company was. I'm not going. Wow.
No.
Wow.
No.
Wow. Wow. That is wow. You know what?
I ain't touched nothing. I didn't touch anything.
Out right here. Ain't no good thug.
Niggas be down first.
Ow,
Real cautious. Everybody like, where my mask at? Where the plastic monsters ain't mask? Shit is real.
Yeah, I was walking down the street.
Right now.
Fuck, why you ready to put that on? Like this nigga was jogging and had that bitch on. Yeah, like
Heavy
nigga,
artillery. He said
You
that.
know that shit gonna get fogged
He said
up.
the regular joint.
Listen,
Yeah.
that's what I was seeing. I see the spot ready for it.
Stop.
That's what it is.
You got to take it off.
Like they ready for it. That's all.
You ever walk past somebody like this? You like you stop. Like you gotta realize you just seen what you seen,
Right.
and then you wait 5 seconds, turn around and you look, and you're like,
that's
yeah,
that's what I seen that. I
Like,
seen that. Yeah,
Bro.
that was that.
listen,
That was
I don't
that.
know why the hell the nigga jogging with the damn mask.
But even in like the Bay Area where I just lived in, Bay Area is like Oakland, San Francisco,
Yeah, those are crowded
San
areas.
Jose. Yeah, they are crowded areas, but they also just like a whole bunch of like techie people. So that plastic mask shit, all of them on that shit.
Yeah,
They
I
all
already know.
just because they real cautious. Already talking like fucking Asians and shit, racist motherfuckers with money and shit. They just like. They already cautious as shit anyway. I'm black. They like off rip. You know what I'm saying? No COVID. They like that. You know what I'm saying? But now with COVID, they really just acting the fucking stupid. So yeah, I ain't seen it down here as much. But you seen it. I'm like, well, maybe they done passed the message, called their cousin or something like, yo, you gotta get that mask. Where are you getting that shit? Niggas making it up? Hey.
Sorry about that. Seems like we had a little issue, but we're back with y'all.
This nigga does get kicking shit.
He do.
He really sitting down.
He a whole nigga on the
Ooh,
inside.
Dolce.
He's really sitting down though.
Yeah. On some real shit.
Really
On some real shit. Inside of him is a real nigga named Tyrone that like chicken and bitches. Like real shit. He like chicken and bitches. I'll call her out, looking for him and shit. He rolled in with my fucking dad, waiting for that shit to fall. I think I know you gonna drop some piece of chicken. Something gotta drop.
Something gonna drop.
Something gonna come through. I'm pretty sure.
Gravity is in effect.
Hold on.
Wait for it.
Waiting for that shit to drop.
Yeah. Also, if y'all want to chime in with us, feel free or you know, call in and shit. Be, you know, try to get in on a conversation with us. It's quite fine for us. It's 404-490-9768. That's 404-490-9768. That's Fingertip Production Studios, by the way. Back to what we was talking about. Did y'all see this commercial? Well, not a commercial. It was up on the internet of this company having what they call those things? Trackers in the bras. Did anybody else see that?
Oh, but they tripping.
Oh yeah, I remember you showing me that.
I think I seen
living
that.
room.
I think I did see that.
Oh,
I started looking
Yeah,
at
they-
my bros. I started looking at my bros, but you know, she
Yeah.
right. Hold on.
You gotta realize something. This shit really that's how they be
So
tracking them kids.
that's what I was gonna say there. Like I really feel like first of all, I don't believe in COVID. I think it's some bullshit. It's a man-made situation and done by the government in order for them to collect data and see as a to collect data to know. Okay, well, in this type of situation,
The
what
beta
would they
project.
do?
Right.
That's
What
what
would
it
niggas
was.
do?
Beta
Buy all the
project.
toilet paper.
What would people do? What are they buying? Where are they going? Like, what do you do in this situation? Can we control you if we give you this amount of money? Can this shit be done? I think that that's really what this is about. That's like I almost know this was about because my nerdy ass be looking at like all the investors that was in Silicon Valley who like want to put out new shit. Got to do with this 5G shit with the fucking phones because they need to invent like these They needed to push people along. I know this sounds crazy. You see me like 2 seconds. They needed to push people along because it was taking too long to like get into extra technology. So like in order for all these $1 million fucking companies to put out these self-driving cars and all of that, they needed a higher internet power because that shit can't run if it's not don't have higher internet power for them to track you. And that's what this shit is about. Like, oh God, I don't know for sure because I'm too broke to fucking really like know them to know. But from what I do know and from what I have read and the shit that I looked up, that's what this shit is about. That's what Trump was about when he fucking got he got inaugurated. The 7 most wealthiest people in the world was behind his ass. He ain't give a fuck about us to begin with. This stimulus check ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't giving out. When the fuck the government ever gave a fuck about broke people or black people or anybody but the people who make this shit run? So that's really what it's about.
Here's part B to that test. And recreating the world in their image, the way they think it should be.
Right.
It's only gonna be 2 classes. The ones that just ain't quite there with the ones they got. It's gonna be the haves and the have-nots.
Haves and the have-nots all day.
And I mean, it's already starting to resemble that with the price of foods and all that stuff. You know, people drive the price of stuff up.
Well, the price of food went up and everything else, but people's income hasn't changed and people still are unemployment. So if that happens, then automatically you got to know that they want to see what people doing in this type of situation. Can we control you with these things?
So as we see the recreation and the redevelopment of what we already know, like I said to y'all earlier, the world as I know it has changed. It'll never be the same again.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
They talking about always gonna go back to normal. No, the fuck it's not. If this shit had happened, like the whole COVID thing had happened for like 2 weeks, all right, maybe we can go back to normal. Maybe a month, niggas can go back to normal. But it's been months now. So now the new norm is just the norm. And that's just what it is. Companies are saving money because people are working from home. Instead of using their electricity, their internet, they're going into the building. People gonna save, businesses gonna save a whole bunch of fucking money. Like nobody's going back to the norm. Right. Why? When we can just get this
Nobody's kids is going to school.
Nobody's kids is going to school. It's virtual. I had the whole thing online with the kids earlier. Like, nobody's going to school.
It's as we sit here and watch this happen, do you think 4 more years of Trump is going to change anything?
Trump is worried about TikTok.
Trump is worried about TikTok. Trump is worried about TikTok because, one, he's fucking stupid. But he worried about TikTok because he be fucking with Twitter. You know Trump stay fucking snapping on niggas on Twitter. Like, first of all, I will give him that. For entertaining president, he's the most fucking entertaining president I've ever seen.
Better than Reagan. And Reagan was the actor.
That shit is hilarious. But he's at war with TikTok because TikTok is made from China. And if you remember in the beginning with this whole 5G shit, we was really beefing with China. Like, oh, COVID came from China. And that's because they was at war with each other about who was going to release 5G first. Because whoever controlled that shit got it. So that's why he made it a TikTok and, don't want them to get that extra money because it gives exposure to what the people are doing, which gives data to what the people are doing, which is basically, as I'm saying, it kind of makes sense even more.
And also, in some places where they do have already have tested the 5G, people have been known to get, sick. Different things when you apply something to your body every day that you weren't born with, something's going to make it react. That's just my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for technology, but we got to be careful what technology we choose for ourselves.
Yeah, that 5G like a microwave. That shit will fry you up.
Fry
I
you
really think 5G probably COVID or some shit. That's the COVID, my nigga. 5G will fry you up. It's like a microwave.
If you introduce something as a bacteria or a germ, that's the most sneak attack that anybody could do. They used to do that. Did that in the Vietnam War when they started experimenting with shit. Putting shit in the air. That's what chemical warfare is actually about. And my question in that is, what war are we fighting and whom when you spread it amongst yourselves? Any rebuttal on that?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. You already said the views and instructions. You already said that part, right?
Yeah.
Can't be wrong, bro. You getting shot regardless, bro. It's simple as that.
And that's where it's going. And that's exactly where that's where we're going.
This shit about to turn into the Wild Wild West.
It's that's where we're going. And that's what your government is afraid of. Your government doesn't want to have mass hysteria. They're gonna try to keep you quiet, just like aliens. And my time in growing up, you know, Martians, spaceships was rolling around, coming through like, you know, the supernatural highway, you know. And yo, just recently they just had in California another sighting recently, this year. So I mean,
it was on TMZ, Dad.
Yeah,
I saw that shit.
yeah. So I'm like this with that. If your government is going to deny all the way up to 2000 and what, 19, 18, before they start really letting you know what's going on, it makes me think they had an agreement and somebody broke the agreement.
I feel like the aliens coming down checking on their shit.
I mean,
like, you got my money?
I mean, I'm just saying.
They flying over hovering like, bitch, you got my shit?
I'm just saying, you know, where did 5G come from? Matter of fact, where did Wi-Fi come from? Where did we get that technology from? Who invented that shit? You feel me? All of this technology is began.
I need to tap in. I need to tap in sometimes. Let me tap in on your Wi-Fi.
Hey, hold that thought, y'all. Hold that thought. I gotta take y'all to a track real quick. Hold that thought. We'll be right back with that.
Hey, you got Wi-Fi?
Okay.
Get your password.
Yeah, I was from the gas in a bad time. Yeah, I was in the past and it didn't wine. Yeah, chilling with a baddie while we sipping wine. And she said that she loved me, but I don't wanna lie. And I'm a big fan, yeah, you know the vibe. I be getting big, bad, don't know on my side. I don't trust nobody, yeah, don't ask why. Everybody did me dirty, I didn't get them out my life.
Yes, you will dial in 404-490-9768. That's 404-490-9768. That's the FTP Studios, y'all. Check it out.
These are all the lessons that I was taught, yeah. I know you might love me, but this is not your fault, yeah. And all I really need is for you to understand. I was from the gas in a bad time, yeah. I was in the past, living in wine, yeah. Chilling with a baddie while we sipping wine. And she said that she loved me, but I don't wanna lie. And I'm a big fan, yeah, you know the vibe. I be getting big, man, don't know my side. I don't trust nobody, yeah, don't ask why. Everybody did me dirty, I didn't get them out my life.
Look, hey Taz. I mean, you know, me and some of my relatives, we used to talk about that when we used to come down to Virginia because we used to see some strange things back in the early 70s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, and you got to realize, for me, you know, for the government just to tell you it's raining and the sun is shining, you know, somebody telling a lie, right?
One side rain, other side.
The sun was out, but it was raining like hard.
I love it.
Day.
I love when it rains and stuff.
Hey.
Am I tripping?
That's see for me.
And that's rain. Like,
That's the Almighty showing you His power. That's what that is. That's the
Oh,
Almighty showing you His power.
I think that shit just blew my mind. I thought it was beautiful, but I was like, wow.
Man, that's like saying, let me cleanse this side of the street before I get to the next. You know what I'm saying? One at a time. And that's what they're systematically doing to our minds. You know what I mean? If you pay attention to what's being said and what's being done out there, you're going to take a different look at the world. Trust that. Trust that. Believe that, without a doubt. Some of you ain't noticed any different. People not paying attention to shit no more, being carefree, just like we were in normal times, like nothing ever happened, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think's gonna happen if those people are infected and they're running a big ass group? Yeah. If they're infected with that COVID shit and in a big ass group.
Well, I feel like
I just
it
said
was like everybody.
Ain't gonna
It's like an airborne disease,
Look.
or like how everybody say whatever they were talking about. Then shouldn't everybody in the circle get sick? Everybody that's
Eventually.
there, like,
Honestly, you should already have the expectation of getting sick. You know damn better.
especially if you don't take prevention. Look, if you go out, put a mask on, just to be safe and safeguard yourself. I mean, this thing ain't just something that just came about, man. Somebody was testing something they had no business messing with.
So you think they fucked up and it really is out there?
It's the beta part. They got a stronger strain of that.
I think that they just bullshit because all those Black Lives Matter protests clear across the world. Why the fuck ain't everybody got COVID now? It was thousands of people all together, less than 6 feet apart, no masks, just talking shit, yelling and screaming and shit. Why the fuck they don't got COVID? Shouldn't there be big ass COVID cases all over the place?
They say that some people have an immune system to it, and they just
Black people do.
Yeah, well, you know, they to not make mass hysteria. They're gonna tell
Black people
you.
do die from it.
Yeah, I mean that's one way to take
But
the numbers
were
down.
those black people already die anyway?
That's one way to save resources. Because when it all comes crashing down to you, and believe me, it will. It's just a matter of time. I might not see it in my time.
Let me tell you something. I flew here. I came here, was chilling, right? Went back, flew back. I'm all in airports. I'm all in fucking California. I'm all over there. Back on the fucking plane. Came back here. Outside. Sometimes no mask. I ain't got the shit. I'm touching shit. I got a puppy. All types of stuff. Why I don't have COVID? I would be a perfect fucking COVID case. I don't have it.
Sometimes,
you know what I mean? So
sometimes
have you
people
actually like ran into anybody that has had it though?
But I've been coast to coast though. With
Hey.
layovers.
Well, check this out.
I don't think that shit real. It's some bullshit. And I know I feel
God bless you,
for
baby.
the older people, but first of all, I thank God I ain't trying to keep it for this. So,
See,
you know,
it's them strong
But-
manure jeans. I keep telling you.
Yeah.
We don't die, we multiply, baby. Hey,
that's baby kids.
hey, that's them jeans, baby. That's what that is. How often you know me to get sick?
Hey.
Almost never. I ain't really never
Hey.
sneezed or nothing, to be honest with you.
So the message.
Hey, you gotta take care of your body. If you want to do the right thing, believe that. You got to take care of your body. But here's the flip side of things I want to ask y'all, right? Now that they're telling us the numbers are going down, haven't you seen people being more free? Social distancing? That's going to shit.
Yeah.
It
But it
really
never,
is.
I mean, people really weren't doing it like that from the beginning.
Man, depending on where you went.
True,
But
but
in certain townships, if you didn't have a mask, they feel fine at you.
that's true.
Yeah.
They won't even let you in the building if you have a mask. So I know some places. Shit.
I don't know. I think it's also a way for like a control. It's a form of control because like, what you say, Dennis?
You're talking about like that. You said they'll give you a ticket for not wearing the mask. That shit was stupid.
Yeah, and look, they
Yeah,
will
it's
lock
another way
your
for the
ass
government
up.
to make more money,
Yeah,
to have more control.
Right.
And when you have more control, you can like
they practicing their martial law on you.
It's mean ass people.
You know what I mean?
No
They add
mask.
these little extra rules in on you to see how you take them. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I got a question for you. Have they stopped killing black people? I mean,
Nigga still done.
it's like, you know,
No offense.
hey, it goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, excuse me for that, y'all.
A lot was killing each other. A lot was getting
That's
killed.
true too.
Oh, nah.
Well,
Big percentage.
you gotta look at it like this, right? You only get what you put in as far as your bodies, right? And as far as your participation in this earth, whatever you're doing, I mean, you're just one added portion to what's actually going on in the world. But if your portion is a big number or you have a big minority of it, this is why when Obama got in office, it worked. Because once a culture gets tired, you you're going to get some kind of response. And the only thing that certain things have ever done is woke us up and make us push for ourselves. That's from my time up to now. Um, Once again, I like to say this: if you're not registered, you can go to vote.org, and just pick it up on the net. That's vote.org. Get out there and get registered. Make yourself count, because it's a lot more than just somebody that's running your country. You know, you don't want somebody making comments to another country and put you in World War where somebody's just shooting off a rocket and we blow everything up, right?
Right.
You don't want a
Yeah,
clown
the
like that.
Koreans was gonna fuck us up about a couple years ago. Remember
Yeah.
that? With Trump arguing with the Korean guy?
Yeah.
Korean guy wasn't
So,
having it. He wasn't having it.
We got to be careful. Now, Biden's not the best of the evils, but Biden stands for something. You know, it's the worst of two evils because financially, I don't think he has a real solid plan. You know what I mean?
I
But
don't know what to do.
when you got the right people around, you don't have to worry about your job in that position. You feel me?
It
So
must be nice.
all it is you okay things. You know what I'm saying? You have a bunch of advisors that tell you that if you had to work or not. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot that goes to that, but in this election, we are choosing people being that government party that makes the laws. Those are the ones we have to watch out for. Make sure we got what we got wanting there too. You know what I'm saying? Because I might be one of them numbers that you decide to pull over and shoot for no reason. You know what I'm saying? I might be one of those that's sick in the car. You know, and I took my medication. I mean, they didn't have no sensitivity, and most of I think, the hires and the training that goes on is army training or it's military training of some sort, and they need to de-escalate that shit and get it right. But we ain't gonna keep touching on that. As things are changing, and the changing in the guard, the elections, how do y'all think that? Which one would you rather have in office? Another 4 years of Trump or Biden? Neither?
I want the alien in office. What the alien? What he got? What does he have to say? I feel like he runs shit. Like, might as well. Go on,
What's
tell
to
us
say?
about it.
What's to say we haven't already had that alien?
We do. I really think that we do.
You know what I'm saying?
So Biden is just basically, he's dumb. If you really look at him, he's stupid as shit. He is just gonna go from off of Obama's old plan that Obama couldn't push through because they were stopping him, like Congress was stopping him from a lot of things he wanted to sign. So when you see when Trump came in, he was signing shit left and right, like no problem. But Biden is gonna be able to do it a little bit easier. So yeah, I would pick Biden if I had to. The lesser of two evils.
Lesser of two evils. That's
Yeah.
correct. I couldn't see myself with another 4 years of Trump. Like I said, your government always tell you there's no such things as aliens, right? Then all of a sudden they give you all this information about aliens, the reports, people that's still living, that's giving these reports, that's confirming these reports, and somebody's telling a lie. So if they're willing to hide something like that, why not hide a test?
They've been hiding everything, Dad.
You know?
I want to know though. I'm curious. If you saw an alien, what would you do? And then I want to know what Mike would do.
You might
What
have
would y'all
already
do?
seen one. You
Who?
never know.
Who the alien?
Hey, I'm just saying, you know.
Who's the alien?
Who's to say there's not an alien in power?
Hmm.
Who's to say that? I mean, this guy openly hates everybody but himself. He basically openly dislikes every culture but himself, his own culture. He's done took stabs at minorities left and right, women, left and right. I mean, we already know he makes references to things from off the wall. Would you want somebody to make a mistake talking to another country, talking about, yeah, if you don't do what I tell you to do, we gonna fire Mr. One. You want somebody with that chance?
He already did it though with COVID because China got rid of all their cases and they're the ones that initially started it, so to speak. And then, but now we still have it. So
Yeah, because there's so many people that, you can't make me wear a mask. You can't make me stay home.
I think it's because people wasn't following suit.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
guess
that
what?
makes sense.
A lot
That
of
makes
people
sense.
that ain't follow suit you know what I'm saying, or didn't protect themselves in the school system, you know, they kind of regretted it. That's why they trying to revamp things. I give them credit for that, you know, and trying to see how the next idea may work. Me myself, I wouldn't take the chance if I had a small child. I wouldn't.
So that's another thing. So I was at Terrence was talking about how he saw the guy all masked up, right? But in the airport, I saw this lady, and the lady had
Full plastic mask.
She had a 2 or maybe like 3-year-old daughter, right? And her daughter looked like she was about to go on a spaceship. The daughter had a whole big ass snowsuit, fucking mask, like all this shit. And I was like, yo, I feel her because like even if you don't think that it's real, like I do, I'm gonna say that again. I really don't think that. I think it's some bullshit. COVID is some bullshit. Because there is a huge unknown. If I had a kid, I would probably make sure that they were masked up, the plastic mask and all of that shit. Because just because you may or may not, you don't know. So.
All right, I got a question for you. When COVID first hit and the state started closing down, how long did it take, and what supplies were hardly ever on the shelves? Do you remember that yet?
Toilet paper, hand sanitizer,
And masks.
meat,
Water, milk, butter, eggs were the first thing to go off the shelves.
Shit.
Bread, I'm gonna keep going in these, and they went in this order. I'm talking about in a matter of hours. In a matter of hours. I mean, I'm only speaking for this. I'm only talking about my favorite store up the street. We ain't gonna get into names right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Potts.
Right, the pot. The pot.
You know what I'm saying? But I noticed the first things that went on those shelves, man, was the eggs, the milk, the water, the juices, all your dairy products, cheeses, then some of the same products like hand sanitizer,
Bleach, the cleaning products.
yeah, all your cleaning products.
Yo, then I saw this funny on Facebook. They was like, yeah, all these stuff like you just named, like the bleach and the eggs and all of that stuff is going off of the shelves or whatever, but all the seasonings is left. I wonder who's going into panic. All the seasonings is left: the salt, the pepper, the Lorries, all that stuff still there. Like, I wonder who's really panicking.
Hey, I'm gonna put it to you like this, like the same products. If they say it's snowing, if we getting a bad snowstorm or bad weather down here in the south, those are the same products that leave the shelves.
That should be the stuff you invest in.
But here's
like,
the thing:
I would invest in it.
when they left this time, they came back with a vengeance. It was like, boy, they were price gouging like a champ. You know what I mean? And those prices didn't go down yet. So you're getting the same money, if any money at all, and the prices are going up. What does that tell you? How you going to survive like that? Keep in mind, federal government and these programs ain't going to hold out forever.
That's true.
Trying to keep it legal.
They can give it away and take it away when they want, and that's what I'm saying. I'm
So,
saying that it's
depending upon who's in office, you better hope they steer the votes and the ideas the right way, or like I said, it's gonna be rich and poor.
But then, what if, right? So I hear you at the topic, right? What if, like Mike was saying earlier, like, all right, my vote really don't matter. It's okay if I say that, Mike. My vote really don't matter. It really doesn't matter. No matter what I decide, this is going to go down anyway. Then what do you do?
Well, I come from a time and place back in time. You know what I mean? Y'all call OOOG.
What they call.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, because you out green.
those times, coming up in those times taught me a lot of things, because not only did we go through racism, it was less, you know, if you opened your mouth, looked at the women, I mean, it was like that. It was like that. And we were supposed to be, you know, going off to war, giving up our sons, daughters, and family members to come back to the same thing that they left. The world didn't really change under wraps. they tried to show that it did. You know, it was one of them Houdini tricks. Hey, watch this hand over here. Oops, wrong hand. Wrong hand. You know what I'm saying? But we don't get stuck on that. But just to say it once more again, if you want to make something happen, you got to make an action. If you're not making an action and you're sitting back waiting everybody else to decide for you, you might not like the response. You know what I mean? Some people won't be ready for what's to come. You know, the only way you're going to do that is to get out and vote. I'm not going to get stuck on that topic. I'm going to go to the music for a minute. We're going to take a break. Go to that.
Not again, Monday.
I wanna run in a demon. Niggas need to get on timing. Drip down, nigga from the north side, we been shining. I'm with the Rex and big, yeah. I'm with the Rex and the safe, yeah. These bins don't lie. Cold out niggas tryna match my fire. Drip, yeah. All of my niggas get lit, yeah. Now they wanna drip like this. Diamonds sitting on my wrist. Now they wanna copy my fit, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Now they wanna copy my drip. Spinning them bins. She wanna kick it with me, cause shawty a fan. I'm with the gang, yeah, I'm doing my dance. We stepping out, yeah, we going to friends. What y'all want from me? Niggas wanna copy me, niggas really wanna take from me. I got that big drip, yeah, niggas really wanna style like me. I put a shawty on game, now she really wanna flex like me. You put the streets on live, yeah, I'm running a demon. Niggas need to get on timing. Drip down, nigga from the north side, we been shining. I want the Rex and the bacon. I want the Rex and the safe, yeah. These things don't lie. Cold out, niggas tryna match my fly. Drip, yeah. All of my niggas get lit, yeah. Now they wanna drip like this. Diamonds sitting on my wrist. Now they wanna copy my fit, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Now they wanna copy my drip.
Right back at y'all. I'd like to give our man eMusicNote.com a shout out in Philly. My cousin out there in Australia, Misfit Lane. I hope you got that message my wife sent back to you, Rashida. Also, we like to take this time once again, Taz, let them know where that show's gonna be at again.
It's gonna be at Chit Chat Lounge, Atlanta, Georgia. If you're coming from out of state, September 11th. Goddamn, we're gonna be lit.
Yeah, come check that out, y'all. Guarantee you, you're gonna hear something new, and you know what he's been working on.
Yeah, performing all unreleased tracks.
You heard that, didn't you? Gotta give him a shout out for that one. All right, Taz, it's been a while coming, bro. You said you was gonna line yourself back up, really. Congrats on that. We gonna get back at it and round this thing up. The only way we gonna change something is by what, y'all?
To vote.
Vote, get registered, reach out. You know, I mean, have conversations with people in your age group. You know what I mean? Have a choice. Look at what you're choosing over.
I was saying earlier that, like, you know, like some people who don't really want to vote, like, and I get it, I really do, because they're like, oh, my vote don't matter, my vote don't count. Like, okay, I understand. But the only reason that I vote is because I had, like, you know, ancestors that like fought and died and was marching and was bleeding and was beat, chased by dogs, bit by dogs, beat by police. Like, for me to be able to do it, and they didn't see it. Like, they never saw it, and they never got a chance to even get what they was fighting for. So, bare minimum, the least I can do is just go out and vote. So, that's my reason why. So, just to anyone who's watching, you know, even if, you know, you don't personally feel as though, like, you know, your vote matters, what does matter is the fact that, like, especially as Black people, you know, people die for you to be able to. So at least if you don't respect the vote and respect that and go out and vote because of that. Ooh.
Matter of fact, y'all can check this link out. It's vote.org. That'll get you registered. That's vote.org. Look it up. If you're not registered, you can't vote. There's steps to the process, and we as a culture, we have to make our own decisions and get the people that we want in office. You can't keep running around for year after year, century after century, waiting on somebody else to do it for you. If you don't make it stand some kind of way, you'll fall for anything. And with that being said, I'm gonna say good night to y'all. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.
Good night.
Good night.
Chick.
Dad, what in the world made this stuff go off? It went blank. It went all type of stuff.
Surge of power.
Mm-hmm.
Surge of power. That was, I seen that happen when the washing machine was on. So that means I need to check or something. Oh, did we stop that?
You say you're all in my phone. Like,
Well, you know, some things are just as important as what you're doing. Trying to get people to do something different and make them realize that, you know, that ain't gonna be one of those number shows, but it's gonna be something to make other people.